Hi all, many power banks as you can see. I will talk about the capacity, I will explain about the power and the connection and the technology of the cells and wireless charging, LEDs, lamps and everything that is related to power banks, and you will be able to know which is the best for you. So as you can see, I have here many power banks, some of them with one cell inside. The cell is 18650, like a regular lithium cell. I will show example of this cell, so it can be a type of this cell inside. And if you have a bigger power banks, so they will be probably using the same cells that are connecting between them in parallel and serial, or it will be a lithium polymer type cell, which is another technology. The lithium polymer cell look something like this. It can be, of course, in any different size and capacity. This is just for the example. And now let's talk about the types that we see here. So some of them have an LED to show the capacity, and some of them have a sophisticated number that you can see in percent how many charge is left. And as the capacity is larger, of course, so the power bank will be bigger in the size. And you have things like this. This is just a casing for cells. It's a power bank, and you can open it and put your cells inside. And you have also a wireless charging like this one, so it will be able to charge my cell phone just by putting it on the power bank and activating. So now you can see that it is not charging, but if I will press the button of the power bank, so now it is being charged by the wireless charging. And this is also a nice feature, but if you're using wireless charging, so please keep in mind that the efficiency of the power that is being delivered for your device, which is a laptop or phone or whatever, will be less, which means some of the power will go as lost power. And I have a bigger one like this one that can hold many cells inside. It can hold 8 cells, and currently it is defective, and I have a few of these that were broken and was not very cheap, this one. And you have, of course, brand. You have Chinese brand or no name, something like this, but this kind is working pretty well. And you have the Anker type, which is a very known brand and a very good company. Okay, so the biggest one I have is Anker, and you have all the connection type, and we will talk about the connections. You have connection, of course, to charge your power bank, and connection out to deliver the power out. Some of them have the regular USB connection as out, and some of them are more advanced and have USB Type-C that support some voltages and not just 5 volt. And this is the next thing that I will talk about. And there is, all these are the old cells, let's say old generation cells, and we have some pretty nice stuff of the new technology, and this is something like this. This is Energizer Type-C that is written, is capable of 65 watts, and I will explain in a minute about the watts. And we have this type, which is Bezos This is a known Chinese, let's say not the cheapest, that has an LCD that you can see the percentage, and also many USB connections. Some of them are the regular USB, and some are the Type C. And currently, as for today, the highest power bank is that go in this size, not a very large size, that I seen, supported up to 145 watts. So how can it deliver such a massive power out? This is because the technology of the cells that is going upper than 18650, like this one. And today there are some cells that are larger and capable of much higher power out. I will show you an example of such a cell. For example, the cells can be something like this in size compared to this one, and this one can deliver much higher power out. About the connection of the cells inside the power bank. So some of the cells are connected in parallel and some in serial, and sometimes it's parallel and serial together. And by this, the power bank is basically powering itself. Now, when we talk about 20,000 milliamp hour, this means that this power bank is capable of 20 amp hour. Because the power bank cells are between 3 volt to 4.2, and sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, depends on the cells inside. So you can, and also the cells in your phone is the same rate of maximum 4.2 volts. So you can calculate exactly the number of times that it will be able to charge your phone. For example, if your phone has a 3000 milliamp hour battery and you have a power bank of 20,000 milliamp hour, so you can divide the number of 20,000 by 3000 and you get something 6.6 times. So it will be able probably to charge your phone about 6 times. And consider that the power is not 100% efficient, it's about 80%. So you can decrease the number because, of course, we have losses on the coil and the things that heat while it transfers the power out. And now I will show you some of the things to know. So some of the power bank can charge inside with a Type C, which means that the power it will be charged to the power bank itself will be much quicker in terms of time. And this is compared to the regular type. Now, power delivery. Power delivery is the new name, and today we have power delivery 3 and power delivery 3.1. Before this was a quick charge, QC type 2 and 3 and 4. The QC is based on Qualcomm chips, and the new power delivery is more, let's say, is more the new way that all the power banks will work. And this is like standardizations that hopefully will be now available. And this means that the power bank itself have chips that transfer data between the source and the sinks, and by talking to each other they can determine if the voltage can be up than 5 volts. And the voltage that we are talking in these days, so in standard power range or the power delivery for example 3 and 3.1, we are able to deliver out 5 volt, 9 volt, 15 volt, up to 20 volt and up to 5 amp. So if we are delivering 20 volt in 5 amp, so we have 100 watt out. This one is 65 watt, which means it can be up to 65 watt and not more. And the new generations that we are talking will be a power delivery, extended power edge that will be able to transfer out till 240 watts. And how this is able? This is able because the voltage that we talked was till 20 volt, and now it will be able to deliver 28 volt, 36 volt and 48 volt and up to 5 amp in 48 volts. So if you multiply 5 by 48, you will get 240 watts of power. So this is how it works. And now I will show you a quick demonstration with this soldering iron. The soldering iron is working with the power delivery, so it knows how to take data. But if the power bank cannot deliver data, so it will not be able to work. For example, I need to take a USB. Yeah, we have here USB, and if we will connect the USB to our power bank, it will work in 5 volts, and it will not be able to activate this soldering iron because it needs at least 9 or 12 volts. So if I activate it, it is writing low voltage. If you're able to see, it's writing low voltage and it is not starting to heat. But if I will take the same device and connect it to a power bank that does support the power delivery, like this one, for example. And by the way, I did not talk, but also the new generation have type C that is in-out, which means it can deliver out power and be as input. It knows which way it works by the connection that you're connecting to it. You can see now that now it is working. Okay, it is working on 5 volts, and when I'm pressing the power, let's see why this guy doesn't want to start. It is starting. You see, it's go to 20 volts and it is power off. I think something probably with the connection now. Okay, probably this device doesn't handle the 65 watt, but if I will connect it directly without the device, you will see that it is hitting at 20 volt, and the maximum current that it is capable, so about 3 amps and a little more, and it quickly get to the temperature, and it is written here 20 volts because it is capable to deliver this power from this power bank. And if I will be connected to another power bank that is capable to deliver but less power, so it will hit in a lower speed this soldering iron. So this was just an example. And the last thing is about the connection. So for example, if you are transferring a power in this power bank, you can get to a mode of, you will see a green LED here. You see, if I press 3 times, this is in order to be able to enforce a low current out and not just the high current, because some of the devices need a low current and it will stop delivering the power if it is not in the low power mode. And this is basically all. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. Thank you and bye.